Picture this, a glitzy rooftop party in Chicago, all twinkling lights and clinking champagne glasses, the kind of night where the city's elite pat each other's backs and pretend they've got it all figured out. But down on the street, in the pouring rain, a 6-year-old kid in a tiny suit sprints toward a busy intersection, tears streaming, heart pounding, like he's running from something bigger than himself. That kid, Ethan Carter, was about to unravel a truth that'd bring his dad's billion-dollar world crashing down, and it all started with a stranger who saw him when no one else did. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind. Up in that penthouse, Ethan's dad, Michael Carter, was toasting his engagement to Sophia Kane-Sharp, stunning, the kind of woman who'd smile for the cameras but could gut a competitor in the boardroom. Everyone cheered, flashes popped, but Ethan? He was crumbling. His mom, Lily, had been gone 2 years cancer, quick and cruel, and Sophia had been trying to erase her ever since. "Your mom's not coming back, sweetie," Sophia whispered that night, her voice all sugar but her eyes like ice. "So maybe it's time to call me Mom." Ethan didn't say a word, just bolted out the door, down the elevator, straight into the chaos of Michigan Avenue. That's where Grace Turner comes in. Grace, a nurse who'd just pulled a double shift at a community clinic, was trudging home when she saw Ethan dart into traffic. No hesitation, she dropped her bag, ran through honking cars, and scooped him up right before a cab could clip him. Kneeling in the rain, she wrapped her coat around him, her voice soft but steady. "Hey, kiddo, you're safe now." Ethan, shivering, looked up and spilled his guts. "My dad's marrying this lady who hates me, and she wants me to forget my mom." Grace's heart broke. She knew that kind of pain. She'd lost her daughter, Mia, to a fire in their old apartment, a tragedy tied to a landlord who cut corners because they were just renters. Upstairs, Michael was schmoozing investors when Sophia sidled up, all fake calm. "Darling," Ethan's wandered off. His stomach dropped. He searched the penthouse empty. Then he heard the screams from the street below, saw his son's tiny figure in the crosswalk, and felt his world stop. By the time he got downstairs, Ethan was safe in the lobby, Grace beside him, her scrubs soaked, but her eyes kind. Michael tried to hand her a check, gratitude spilling over, but Grace just shook her head. "Listen to your kid, Mr. Carter. He's trying to tell you something." That moment stuck with Michael. He hired Grace to help Ethan. Just temporary, he thought. But Grace, she was different. No fancy nanny credentials, just this quiet strength from growing up in Englewood, Chicago's roughest patch. She'd light a candle every night at 7, sit with Ethan, and ask, "Who do you want to remember?" Ethan would pull out a drawing of his mom, talk about her laugh, her lavender perfume. Grace would share stories of Mia, how she loved sketching stars. For the first time since Lily's death, Ethan really smiled. They baked messy cookies, planted a tiny herb garden on the balcony, even volunteered at a local shelter. Ethan lit up, carrying grocery bags for old folks, listening to their stories like they mattered. Sophia, though? She hated it. "He's too emotional," she'd snap, her manicured nails tapping her coffee mug. She showed Michael grainy photos, Ethan and Grace at the shelter, laughing with kids and hand-me-downs. She's dragging him into her world, Michael, making him feel guilty for being a Carter. Sophia's voice dripped with corporate precision. "He's your heir, not some charity case." Michael wavered, torn between her logic and Ethan's joy. Sophia pushed harder, suggesting a weekend at their Wisconsin lake house. "No, Grace, just family." Michael agreed, thinking maybe Ethan needed to toughen up. Big mistake. That weekend, a blizzard hit. Ethan, miserable without Grace, snuck her number from Michael's phone and called her, whispering, "I need you." Then he ran out into the snow, clutching Mia's old sketchbook Grace had given him. Michael found out when Ethan's room was empty, snow blowing through an open door. Panic hit like a freight train. He plunged into the storm, shouting Ethan's name until his voice gave out. Then, through the trees, a faint glow, a campfire. Grace was there, wrapping Ethan in a blanket, her nurse's hands checking for frostbite. "I drove from Chicago," she said, soon as he called. Michael's knees buckled. His kid was safe because Grace risked everything. Back at the house, Sophia was livid. "He's manipulating you," she hissed. Michael shot back. He ran into a blizzard to find someone who makes him feel loved. "That's not manipulation, that's desperation." The next day, Back in Chicago, Michael ended it with Sophia. "Pack your things," he said, voice steady. "I'm choosing Ethan." Sophia's eyes flashed. "You'll regret this." "I know people, Michael." But her threats fizzled when a video leaked her sneering about people like Grace at the shelter. The internet tore her apart. Her career tanked. Michael asked Grace to stay not as a nanny, but family. She hesitated, then showed him Mia's sketchbook, full of half-finished stars. "Saving Ethan saved me," she admitted. "Gave me a reason to keep going." They started a foundation, Mia's Stars, helping kids process grief through art. A year later, their penthouse was a mess of paint and laughter. Ethan's drawings of his mom and Mia's stars on every wall. Michael looked at his son, happy, whole, and thought sometimes you gotta lose everything to find what matters. What do you think? Was Michael right to choose Ethan over Sophia's empire? Have you ever had to pick between what's easy and what's right? Drop a comment, let's talk about it.